They folded on me, so I folded too. Shit. I ain't gonna sugarcoat, they know the truth. Shit. If you wanna win, you can't be comfortable. Shit. Now I'm about to do what the fuck I wanna do. Shit.
Make sure you guys hit that like button. Hit that like button for your boy. Hit it for your boy Chrisean Jr. Man, we got a news update on Chrisean Jr. Hit that like button. Super violate that like button for Chrisean Jr. though, man. Hit that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe if you are new to the channel. And here we go. Now, Chrisean, this right here is a up-to-date picture of Chrisean Jr. being a big boy, sitting back in his chair, got his little arm up like he's the boss, because he is the boss. Go ahead and like this video if you like what you're seeing in this picture. But look, I'm trying to give y'all some exclusive tea though, man. Chrisean Jr. is walking, and I know a lot of people out there is really want to see him actually walk. There's a lot of people that want to actually see him walk. It's just that Chrisean Rock is just simply not ready to reveal that though, man. But he is walking. But this is an up-to-date picture of Chrisean Jr. sitting down in that chair, man, relaxing, getting him some peace of mind. You could tell he's a big boy though, man. Comment at the bottom if he's a big boy. Comment at the bottom if you like this picture though. Listen to me though, man. We're gonna continue being positive when it comes to Chrisean Jr. though. Make sure you guys keep watching this video all the way to the end. Watch this video all the way to the end. Your boy don't ask for much, and super violate that like button for Chrisean Jr. because we already know how we support Chrisean Jr. Y'all guys already know that we support him though. That's what we do over here at Turner's TV Nation, though. We gonna support us some Chrisean Jesus Porter, though, aka Chrisean Jr., though. But at the end of the day, though, man, you know, I'm just happy that everybody was asking, like, dang, man, where Junior at, though? Turner, like, where Junior at? I mean, he's doing things on his own, though, man. But as I know one thing, though, his hair is growing and stuff like that, though, man. He's sitting up on his chair all by himself. He's getting a peace of mind, man. God is with him. Of course, his mom is working on God's plan and stuff like that, man. She's trying to work on some things for you guys, so you guys have something to, you know, talk about and brag about when it comes to her, something positive, you know, that's going on in her life, though. You know, we already know the situation between Chrisean Rock and Blueface. You know, Blueface got all these little hood rats popping out of nowhere and stuff like that though, man. We already know how Blueface get down, but you know, Chrisean Rock, you know, she's sticking to the script, she's sticking to the plan. Chrisean Jr. is chilling. He doing what Chrisean Jr. do, and that's all we can ask at the end of the day though. You know, all we could do is just pray and keep Chrisean Jr. in our prayers and stuff like that though, man. Hopefully a lot of people could start talking good about Chrisean Jr. though, man. Hopefully a lot of people could speak good things into existence when it comes to Chrisean Jr. You know, a lot of people still got concerns about Chrisean Jr. though, man. You know, as far as his health and his development and stuff like that though, man. But at the end of the day, you know, we can't really dwell on something that nobody can't even sit there and say they have proof of his development. I just feel like all kids develop in their own way. Every kid is unique. That's what makes the world go around. You know, because everybody can't be the same. You can't judge a kid off of because of your nephew. We started walking. So a lot of people telling me like this, Turner, my nephew started walking when he was like 1 year old. That's cool. Good for your nephew though. But what that got to do with Junior? See, the thing is though, is that a lot of people got it bad because you trying to judge Junior off of, you know, your son or because of your nephew or whatever the situation might be though. You can't compare each kid next to each other though. You know, I know that though, you know, every kid is different. Every kid is different though, man. If you agree, go ahead on and comment at the bottom though, man. But at the end of the day, you know, I just like to see, you know, good results when it comes to Chrisean Jr. from him sitting up. But we already knew that he could sit up and stuff like that though. I already know he's walking though. I you know, it's just that, you know, I can't show what Chrisean Rock ain't ready to show though. You know what I'm saying? So it's really up to her though when it comes to the footage, y'all. You know, soon when she want to do it, that's when we gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people speculating that like, Oh, the reason why Chrisean Rock ain't showing Junior walking though is because she knows that it's something wrong with her, wrong with Chrisean Jr. She knows that something is wrong with him and stuff like that. But that's crazy how people just jump to a negative narrative though because of that. Sometimes, sometimes people don't want to show shit though. That don't mean that that is something wrong with the kid. That don't mean that though. That don't. How do some guys come up with that narrative though? Like, because Chrisean Rock, she would have been that showed it if Junior was walking. She would have been that showed. I know her, but you don't know her. But you don't know her though. You don't know what she would show. That's the cold part about it though. Some of you guys be believing your own narrative though to the point where it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? She don't have to show him walking. That to me, that is so freaking weird that people would jump to conclusions about, man, I've been watching Chrisean Rock for all these years and she quick to show things. No, but sometimes people change though. Sometimes people don't feel like they have to, prove points no more though. Maybe Chrisean Rock is tired of proving points. You see what I'm saying? Maybe she just tired of having to, prove herself though. Even though she's in the public eye, but trying to prove yourself and trying to prove to the people could be real draining. If you agree, go ahead on the comment at the bottom. She's not here to prove points. She's here to, she's the artist. She's an entertainer. That's what Chrisean Rock is here for, you guys. I understand that she has, she's in the public eye and she's well known. So certain people want her to prove things and stuff like that. Some people want to be in her skin and shit like that. But at the end of the day, she's here to entertain you guys though, as being her fans and give y'all guys projects and be creative. That's why she's really here though, to be successful though. She's not here to prove points. She's going through the same shit that most of you ladies that went through or used to go through. You see what I'm saying? Every woman that's a woman that was young, just like Chrisean Rock, went through the same similar situation that she's going through. And that's how a lot of you guys love her, because you see that she's going through the same similar things that y'all went through when y'all was young. You get what I'm trying to say? So at the end of the day though, allow her to go through her growing pains. Allow her to learn from her mistakes. You see what I'm saying? Criticizing her and pointing fingers is not going to make the situation better. Comment at the bottom if you agree. At the end of the day, allow her to go through her growing pains. Every woman that's listening to this video made a mistake that made them better. Now, if you agree, go ahead on and like this video. If you agree, go ahead on and comment and say, Turner, you right. Every woman been through some type of situation when it came to some type of man. Every woman been through it. So nobody don't qualify to judge her on her journey. If you love Chrisean Rock, go ahead on and love her for who she is though. Don't love her because she makes certain decisions. Though. I always say though, rock with Chrisean Rock and just enjoy, her growing up and enjoy, her making decisions on her own though, instead of people telling her what she should do and what she should not do. She's young. She's only 24, and at the end of the day, she's going to make 24-year-old mistakes. At the end of the day, some of you guys think that she's some type of superwoman and some shit. How you even think that she's some type of superwoman? That's crazy. She's 24 years old. You guys want her to make decisions like if she's 45. She's nowhere near 45. She's nowhere near 50. She's nowhere near 60. She's nowhere near 70. You see what I'm saying? She's 24 goddamn years old. So you got to allow her to be a 24-year-old. And a 24-year-old woman is going to make 24-year-old decisions. And if it's the right decision, we going to praise her. If it's the wrong decision, all we can do is pray for her though. But make sure you guys like this video, share this video, and also subscribe if you're new to the channel. Till next time, I'm gone.
They folded on me, so I folded too. Oh, shit. I ain't gonna sugarcoat, they know the truth. Oh, shit. If you wanna win, you can't be comfortable. Oh, shit. Now I'm about to do what the fuck I wanna do. Shit.